Good day, grade 12 students. Welcome to our career guidance program. You are now another step closer in achieving your life and career success. We are now in the module 2 of our career guidance program, which is entitled Discovering the C's. From the previous module, you were able to identify your curriculum exit. You also have an understanding where to start your career, whether from employment, entrepreneurship, middle-level skills, and higher education upon graduation will give you a better chances of success. In this module, you will learn the relationship of academic achievement to life and career success. This will encourage you learners to strive harder under your respective strands and tracks consequently, and improving your academic standing. At the end of this module, you will be able to, number 1, identify the different lifelong skills that respond to the changing nature of work. Number 2, relate academic achievement to life and career success. And lastly, number 3, express appreciation on the relationship of academic achievement to life and career success. So, let us now open the door and explore the C's of life and career. Before we move on to our topic for today, first, let's have an activity. This activity is entitled Guess Who? A strong relationship between academic achievement and life and career success has been identified in the lives of some of the most reputable personalities in the country. In this activity, you will be asked to identify the famous faces of successful people who are academic achievers. I repeat, you will be asked to identify the famous faces of successful people who are academic achievers. These people who are highly regarded in the different fields of work will be shown to allow the learners or you learners to identify yourselves to your future life and career. This activity does not intend to only provide a possible model for your career but also encourage you in improving your academic standing. Now let's start. For this activity, this is how I will give you your points. So I repeat, in this activity, you will be asked to identify the famous faces of successful people who are academic achievers. Now I will give you some clues for you to identify these personalities. So if you guess that person in the first clue, then you have 10 points. But if you guess that person after the second clue, then you earn 8 points. While if you guess that person after the third clue, you also have 6 points. Then if you guess that person after the picture that I'll show you, then you only earn 4 points. Alright, so let's start. So this is the first clue for the first person that you need to guess. Okay. So first clue is she was a Filipino politician and judge who serve in all three branches of the Philippine government: judicial, executive, and legislative. Some of her alma maters are University of the Philippines, University of Michigan, Oxford University, Mary Hill School of Theology, University of California, Harvard University, and Cambridge University. If you already identify who is this person, then you got 10 points. But if you did not, then you still have another clue. So this is the second clue. She was named one of the 100 most powerful women in the world in 1997 by the Australian magazine and laureate of the Ramon Magsaysay Award for Government Service. Did you get that already? Then you have 8 points. If you still did not guess this person, then let's move on to the third clue. Our third clue is, she was known as the Dragon Lady, the Platinum Lady, the Incorruptible Lady, the Tiger Lady, and most popularly, the Iron Lady of Asia. I believe you already identify who is this person. Now, if still did not guess this person, then I will show you now her picture. I'm sure you already guessed who is this person. She is Mrs. Miriam Defensor Santiago. Alright, so congratulations for those who got 10 points and guessed this person, okay, in our first clue. Alright, so let's move on to the next personality, okay, that in this activity. So this is the first clue. She invented the salt lamp, an LED lamp powered by the galvanic reaction of an anode with saline water. The invention also has a USB port to charge low-power mobile devices such as cell phones, smartphones, and MP3 players. Alright, so kung nakuha na ninyo kung sino ito, so meron kayong 10 points. Kung hindi pa, meron pa tayong susunod na clue para dito. Okay, for our second clue, she is a Filipino engineer, a faculty member of engineering at De La Salle University, Lipa, and the co-founder and chief executive officer of Sustainable Alternative Lighting, or SALT. Okay, kilala nyo na ba kung sino ito? Okay, congratulations kung kilala na ninyo. At kung hindi pa, meron pa tayong susunod na clue. Okay, for our third clue, narito ang bahagi ng kanyang pangalan, ng kanyang first name at ng kanyang last name. Ang first name niya ay merong 4 na letra na nagsisimula sa letter E, at nagtatapos sa letter A. Sa kanyang last name, meron itong 6 na letra. Ang unang letra ay M, ang pangalawa ay I, at ang huling letra ay O. Natutukoy na ba ninyo kung sino ito? Mahusay para sa mga nakatukoy na kung sino ito. Ngayon kung hindi pa, ipapakita ko sa inyo ang kanyang larawan. Kilala na ba ninyo kung sino ito? Okay, siya po ay walang iba kundi si Ma'am Aiza Miheno. Okay. So, maari pang humabol ang iba na wala pang puntos. Para naman sa mga nakakuha ng 10 points, 8 points, or 6 points, congratulations sa inyo. Next, dumako naman tayo sa susunod na personality na kailangan nating ma-guess. Okay. So, he also owns Futuretainment Incorporated, the portmanteau of future and entertainment. This is a company specializing in production of concerts and events. Okay, kilala na ba ninyo? Magaling kung kilala na ninyo. Then meron kayong 10 points. Kung hindi pa, subukin natin sa susunod na clue. For our second clue, he attended International School for Culinary Arts and Hotel Management and put up Sumosam, which specializes in Japanese American modern cuisine. He also co-owns Jan and Yoko, as well as the Cafe 10 Titas Restaurant. May hula na ba kayo kung sino ito? Magaling! Meron kayong 8 points kapag nahulaan na ninyo. Kung hindi pa, subukin natin ang ikatlong clue. He and Jolina Magdangal were a love team. Sigurado ako kilala na ninyo kung sino ito. Ito ang sikat na love team nung panahon namin, panahon ng 90s. Okay? Sigurado ako nahulaan na ninyo kung sino ito. Kung hindi pa, ipapakita ko sa inyo ang kanyang larawan. Okay, pag nahulaan ninyo kung sino ito sa ika-4 na clue, meron lamang kayong 4 points. Okay? Siya po ay si Mr. Marvin Agustin. Alright? Okay, next tayo. Okay, para naman sa susunod na kailangan nating mahulaan. Okay, this is the first clue for 10 points. He is a Filipino professional basketball player and actor. He plays for the Rain or Shine Elasto Painters of the Philippine Basketball Association. He used to play for the Smart Gilas team. Yung mga mahilig sa basketball, I'm sure kilala nyo kung sino ito. Okay, congratulations kung nag-guess na ninyo kung sino itong personality na ito. Kung hindi pa, then dumako tayo sa ikalawang clue. For our second clue, he was in good academic standing as a student and played for the Ateneo Blue Eagles for his collegiate basketball. Nakikilala na ba ninyo kung sino ito? Kung hindi pa, then dumako tayo sa ikatlong clue. For our third clue, he is the host of the TV shows I Believe, Wonders of Horrors, which airs every Sunday morning on GMA Network, and one-on-one tutorials on TV5, and a part-time owner of Happy Lemon. Alright, so I'm sure kilala na ninyo kung sino ito. Okay, congratulations sa mga nakakuha ng tamang sagot. At para sa mga hindi pa nakakuha ng tamang sagot, let's move on to our fourth clue. Nakikilala na ba ninyo kung sino ito? Tama. Siya ay si Mr. Chris Chu. Alright. So, nakuha ba ninyong lahat ang tamang sagot? Congratulations sa lahat ng mga nakakuha ng 10 points sa bawat personality na kinailangan nating hulaan. Now, these are the following questions. I want you to write your answers in your journal, in your career guidance journal. So, in our number one question, how did you feel about the activity? Na-excite ba kayo? Kinabahan ba kayo? Natuwa ba kayo sa ating activity? May natutunan ba kayo? Number 2, from what industry or profession do the famous people come from? Okay. Kung nakinig kayo kanina sa mga clue na ibinigay ko, okay, ano-anong mga industry or profession ang mga nabanggit kanina sa bawat personality? Kung saan sila nagtatrabaho, kung saan sila nanggaling, kung anong profession nila. Sa ikatlong tanong, what do they have in common? Ayan. Sa tingin ninyo, ano kaya ang pagkakapareho ng mga taong ito? Ayan. Mga pare-pareho ba silang achievers? Pare-pareho ba silang nakikita sa TV? Okay. Number 4. What is the relevance of good academic standing to career and life success? Napansin ba ninyo kung ano ang relevance o kahalagahan ng estado natin sa akademiko, sa pag-aaral? Okay? Sa magandang pag-aaral. Sa kanilang naging career. Diba? At number 5, how does this activity help you in your chosen career or vocation? Natulungan ka ba ng activity na ito para matukoy kung anong career o vokasyon ang nais mong mangyari sa iyo balang araw? Paano ka natulungan ng activity ito? Lahat ng yan ay kailangan ninyong sagutin sa inyong career guidance journal. Ngayon, atin lang talakayin ang topic natin sa Module 2. Okay, so our first topic is the changing nature of work. With the rapid pace of technological advances in the global labor market, various occupations are continually being created. These demands open doors to numerous job opportunities today and in the future. In an article from the Society of Human Resource Management 2013, 5 global trends affect the future of the global labor workforce. What are these 5 global trends affecting the global labor workforce? Ibig sabihin, ito ang may malaking epekto, okay? Lalo na sa mga career at mga trabaho ngayon sa iba't ibang industriya. Okay. So, nauna na nga dito ang technology. In a highly digitized and connected world, mainly driven by smart devices, work is no longer limited to reporting to the office. Online jobs can be done at home. Tama? Lalo na sa panahon ngayon. Dahil nga, halos karamihan ng trabaho ngayon ay merong tinatawag na work from home. Ibig sabihin, pag naka-work from home ka, ikaw ay nangangahulugan lamang na ikaw ay nakaharap sa iyong computer at doon ka nagtatrabaho. Okay? O kaya naman sa iyong cellphone, kung meron kang mga application na maaari mong magamit doon sa iyong trabaho. Okay? Ganun kahalaga ngayon ang teknolohiya sa labor workforce. At pag nasa school ka naman, hindi mo rin maiiwasan na hindi gumamit ng teknolohiya. Tama? Work is no longer limited to reporting to office. Diba? Kaya isa rin sa mga in-demand ngayon na kuhaning career, usually ay mga computer-related na mga kurso. Yan ang pinaka in-demand ngayon. At dapat, kahit pa hindi computer-related ang kurso na kinuha mo, ay dapat meron ka ring alam sa teknolohiya. Dahil halos lahat na ng institusyon at industriya ay gumagamit ng makabagong teknolohiya. Next, outsourcing. Today, more than ever, companies try to cut on costs and save resources. One practice by which they are able to do this is by outsourcing. Okay? Kadalasang ginagawa ito ng mga industriya o ng mga institusyon upang nang sa gayon din ay mabawasan din kahit papano ang kanilang ginagawa sa kanilang institusyon. Gumagawa sila ng paraan kung paano pa mas mapapalawak ang kanilang industriya. Outsourcing is getting portions of work done through outside suppliers rather than completing it internally. The call center industry is an example of an outsourcing practice that continues to expand in the country. Next, dumako naman tayo sa pangatlo. the changing workers' attitudes and values. Different generations exhibit different qualities, attitudes, and values. Recent years have focused on striking a balance between work and life. Workers need to love their work but should have other interests outside the office too. Okay. Isa ito talaga sa mga trend sa global workforce. Okay, nangunguna ang attitude talaga at values. Okay? Isa ito sa tinitignan din ng mga employer natin. Okay? Halimbawa, sa amin ng mga guro, kung kaya meron kaming tinatawag na mga IPCRF para actually isa rin sa tinitignan nila doon ay ang aming attitudes and values. Tinitignan din dito kung syempre dapat kaya mong ibalanse yung buhay mo at yung trabaho mo. Okay? Minsan, ang sabi nga nila, kapag nasa trabaho ka, hindi mo pwedeng idala doon ang problema mo sa bahay o sa buhay. Siyempre, vice versa. Okay? Ganun din kapag nasa trabaho ka at pumunta ka sa bahay mo, wag mo na rin, iwanan mo lang sa trabaho mo ang problema mo sa trabaho at para maasikaso mo naman ang buhay mo. Okay? Dapat laging merong balance. At syempre, tinitignan din dito kung gaano mo nga ba, okay, kamahal ang trabaho mo. At syempre, dapat kung mahal mo ang trabaho mo, ibig sabihin, mas maayos mong nagagawa yung mga dapat mong gawin. Next, dumako naman tayo sa ika-4 na global trends. Demographics and diversity. With better medical care, people are living longer and life expectancy increases. In the next 10 years, 5 generations, the traditionalists, boomers, Gen X, Gen Y, and Gen Z, okay, will be working together. Different generations must be able to capitalize on their tools while working harmoniously with one another. Okay, so alam naman natin na magkakaiba ang buhay na pinagdaanan ng mga generation ngayon. At iba-iba rin sa mga generation na ito, papansinin na magkakaiba rin ang kinamulatan nilang mga pangyayari sa buhay nila. Okay? Kung halimbawa, nung panahon namin, ang kinamulatan namin nung panahon namin ay nadatnan na namin yung cellphone na at halimbawa ay 3210, yung sa Nokia, yung mga black and white screen pa lamang. Samantalang yung mga bagong generation ngayon, di ba? Naabutan na nila ang touchscreen. Okay. At meron talaga yung panahon na kung saan, pag sinabi kasi nating diversity, ibig sabihin may pagkakaiba-iba. Okay? So, dapat magkaroon tayo din ng acceptance din sa bawat isa. Okay? Kahit na magkakaiba tayo ng generation at magkaunawaan tayo palagi. Yun yung tinatawag na working harmoniously with one another. At syempre, hindi mawawala ang globalization. Companies are extending their businesses on an international scale. Some companies are on a 24-hour operation scheme to meet the demands of their clients and the global market. The dispersion of work geographically makes it possible to get work done. Okay, so let's have a recap on what are the 5 global trends affecting the global labor workforce. So first, we have the technology, then outsourcing. We also have changing workers' attitude and values. Fourth is demographics and diversity. And last is globalization. Okay, next. Now let's discuss the lifelong learning. Lifelong learning is defined as the ability to be responsive to change, to be inquiring and reflective in practice through information literacy and autonomous self-managed learning, according to Southern Cross University 2017. This may seem complex, but in reality, it is a process that everyone needs to undertake to grow as an individual, may it be in life or career. For you, grade 12, okay, or for the grade 12 career guidance program, we shall be defining lifelong learning as the voluntary and self-motivated pursuit of personal and career development. This pursuit can be applied on any of the different exits. For example, if you choose to work after graduating, it would mean an ongoing professional development. For entrepreneurs, it would mean continuously exploring and expanding business interests. For middle level skills, it would mean enhancing and upgrading your skills. And for higher education, it would mean enrolling and exploring the opportunities in college. This will continue throughout your life. You must be able to exhibit openness and curiosity and the willingness to investigate and consider knowledge and ways of thinking. If you appreciate new ideas and seek new ways of learning or understanding the world, you are ready for lifelong learning. Now, under this lifelong learning, okay, so we have the 7 C's of lifelong skills. Okay, so what are these 7 C's? Okay, so you are now ready to learn the lifelong skills that will propel you to succeeding in both life and career. These skills will guide you in adapting the ever-changing demands of life and work. So let us take a look at each one of them. So the first C is critical thinking and doing. This skill requires you to look at a problem with discerning eyes. Okay? So you should be able to see the flaws and errors and decide on a solution. In a myriad of information, you have to develop this skill of discriminating what is important and relevant. This entails research, analysis, and decision making. Application completes the steps. You need to follow calculated steps and manage the implementation of your decision. Okay, so from the word critical thinking, okay, ibig, uh, ibig sabihin, we need to analyze every move, okay, na ginagawa natin. So, dapat malaman natin ang mga flaws and errors. Then, we decide sa mga solution, okay, na isa ay gagawin natin. So next, let's move on to the second C, which is creativity. Successfully turning new and imaginative ideas into reality is needed to create and design best fit solutions. This includes innovation that generates unique products and services or even new ways of doing things. Okay? So, we need to become creative. Okay? So, for example, nowadays, paano ang gagawin mo kung ikaw ay halimbawa ay nais mo mag-business? Okay? So, syempre, pag magbi-business ka, marami kang kailangang isaalang-alang. Unang-una na nga dito ay, syempre, kung sino yung target market natin and kung papatok ba ang business mo. Okay? Para pumatok yan, syempre, dapat maging creative ka. Okay? Lalo na kapag meron ka mga kapareho sa businesses, dapat make sure na maging kakaiba yung sayo. Ngayon, sa paanong paraan niya maging kakaiba? Okay? For example, dito sa atin, marami nagbebenta ng milk tea. Okay? Pero kung papansinin natin, yung iba, tinatandeman nila yung milk tea ng burger, ng fries. Yung iba, solong milk tea, pero iba-ibang lasa ng milk tea. Okay? Yung iba naman, dinadaan nila sa lalagyan. Okay? So, yun yung ginagawa natin para maging creative. Next, now the third C is collaboration. No one lives and survives alone. Okay? You still remember that saying that no man is an island. Walang taong kayang makapag-isa o kayang makapagsarili. Okay? You need to engage and work with others to survive. Okay? Hindi yung ikaw lang ang gumagalaw. Kasi sa pagdating ninyo sa totoong buhay, okay, sa realidad, okay, hindi mo kayang gawin lahat ng trabaho sa inyong opisina. Kakailanganin mo ng tulong ng mga kasamahan mo. That's why ito yung sinasabi natin kanina na magkaroon tayo ng harmonious relationship with our co-workers dun sa 5 global trends of labor workforce. Empathy, which is putting yourself in other people's shoes, okay, is needed for understanding. Ibig sabihin, inuunawa mo yung tao na kasama mo. Okay? Kaya from the word collaboration. Okay? Collaborate. Pakikipagtulungan. Okay? Pakikipag-isa. Okay? Pakikipaggrupo. Ngayon, kailangan doon kapag nakipag-grupo ka, you need empathy. Okay? Ilalagay mo yung sarili mo sa kanya.
Okay? Para mas maunawaan mo siya. At para magkaroon kayo ng mas maayos na pagtatrabaho. Okay? Compromising and community building can only be achieved through looking at someone else's perspective and situation as well. Okay, so ibig sabihin, huwag mo lang titignan kung ano lang yung nakikita mo. Okay? Kailangan mo rin makita yung nakikita ng mga kasamahan mo. Kasi, maaring ito lang bahagi na ito ang nakita mo, pero sila may iba ring nakita. Ngayon yung pagsasamahin ninyo para makabuo kayo ng mas magandang solution, for example, sa isang problema. Okay? So, collaboration. Next, cross-cultural understanding. Every day, millions of people around the globe travel for education, leisure, business, and profession. Keeping yourself level-headed and respectful of the many differences among cultures will enable you to live peacefully with the peoples of the world. Right? Diba sa 5 global workforce, we have the term globalization. Okay? So actually, papasok na rin din kasi yung cross-cultural understanding. Wherein, tayo naman, okay, halimbawa na lang dito sa Pilipinas, okay, napakaraming kultura ang meron dito sa Pilipinas. At syempre, nangunguna sa lahat, dapat magbigay tayo ng respeto sa kultura nila. Okay? Kung sa kultura ninyo ay wala yun sa kanila, okay, o kaya naman yung kultura nila ay wala yun sa'yo, kailangan mo yung unawain. Okay? Dahil yun yung kanilang nakagawian. Halimbawa, isa ito sa mga, halimbawa, sa mga Hapones. Isa sa mga napag-alaman kong kultura nila ay kapag dumikhay ka sa harap ng hapagkainan, ibig sabihin ay sa kanila ay ikaw talaga ay nasarapan doon sa iyong kinain, sa kanilang inihain sa iyo. Okay? Samantalang sa iba, kapag dumikhay ka sa harap ng hapagkainan, sa ibang kultura, okay, ay hindi maganda yun para sa kanila, lalo na't nasa harap ng hapagkainan. Okay? So, yun yung mga bagay na dapat nating intindihin at unawain. Okay? Pag sinabi kasi natin cross-cultural understanding, syempre, keep yourself level-headed and respectful. Okay? So, dapat magbigay tayo ng respeto sa kanila. Alright, let's move on to the 5th C's, okay, of the 21st century lifelong skills. So the 5th C is communication. Okay, so you are not only communicating to be understood, but also in order not to be misunderstood. Therefore, another skill that must be developed is your ability to craft ideas and messages and deliver them in a manner that is clear and purposeful. Alright. So, number 1 talaga ang communication. Kasi possible na may mga communication kasi na halimbawa, may mga tinatawag tayong barriers, no? And these barriers ang nagiging hindrance para hindi natin maintindihan yung sinasabi natin, yung sinasabi ng kausap natin, o kaya naman ikaw sa kanya. Okay? So, lagi nating titignan yung mga words na binibitawan natin. lalo na sa pamamagitan ng pagsasalita. Dahil kapag nabitaw mo na ang salitang yun, hindi mo na maaaring bawiin kung ano man ang iyong nabitawang salita. Samantalang kapag ikaw kasi ay nagsusulat, di ba, maaari mo pang burahin. Okay naman, for example, kapag tayo ay nagte-text. Okay? So, pag tayo nagte-text, nakikita naman natin kung ano yung sasabihin natin. So, yung iba, dinidelete natin at pinapalitan natin ng mas maayos pa na mga salita na kung saan ay merong respeto. Okay? So, ganyan kahalaga ang communication. Next, so let's move on to the 6C of the 21st century lifelong skills. So we have the computing or ICT literacy. Effective use of digital devices will enable you to communicate, collaborate, and advocate. You must keep yourself abreast with the many advances in the technology to keep yourself relevant. Okay. So computing or ICT literacy. So ito yung sinasabi din natin kanina ulit yung binanggit ko kanina sa global workforce, which is nangunguna, 'di ba, sa global workforce, five global trends in the labor workforce. Nangunguna doon ang technology. Okay, so dito, isa na nga dito ang computing or the information and communication technology literacy. Ibig sabihin, isa sa mga skills na lifelong skills na dapat nating matutunan, syempre, ay yung adaptation natin sa technology. Okay? So, hanggat may bago, hanggat kaya mong pag-aralan mo. Okay? Isang magandang halimbawa dyan ay kaming mga guro ninyo na kung saan ay gumagamit ng iba't ibang application na dati hindi naman namin ginagamit sa pagtuturo. Pero ngayon ay very techy na ang mga teacher ninyo. Kasi nga sa panahon ngayon natuto kaming mag-Google Meet, natuto kaming mag-edit ng mga videos, ng mga pictures. Okay? Para lang may paabot sa inyo yung dapat na serbisyo na matanggap nyo sa amin ng mga guro para matuto kayo. Okay? Ganun kahalaga sa amin ngayon ang technology. At hindi lang sa profession namin, kundi sa marami pang iba. Marami pang ibang profession. Okay? Kaya kasama na ito sa lifelong learning. Okay, so let's move on to the 7th C of the 21st century lifelong skills. So we have the career and learning self-reliance. Okay, so throughout your life, you must be able to grow. Okay? So, syempre, dapat habang tumatanda tayo, nagmamature na rin. Okay, ang ibig niya sabihin dito, not just physically growing, but also mentally growing. Okay? So, nag-grow na rin ang isip natin. Redefine and reinvent yourself. Okay? So, kung maaari ay kung ano yung mga sa tingin mo na hindi maayos sa sarili mo before, okay, aayusin mo na ngayon habang tumatanda ka. Okay? Hindi pwede yung sinatawag nila na tumatanda ka ng paurong. And so, redefine and reinvent yourself. Okay? Gumawa ka ng bago sa sarili mo. Okay? This means being able to develop yourself by managing change and adapting to it. Okay? So, syempre dahil nga nagbabago din ang mga nakakasama natin sa buhay, nagbabago din ang generation natin, ang panahon natin. So, kailangan matuto tayong mag-adapt. dito sa change. Just like what Heraclitus said, the only thing that is constant is change. Yun nga, yun sinasabi niya. Okay? Ang tanging constant lang sa mundo ay change. Okay? Again, so let's have a recap on the 7 C's of lifelong learnings. So, we discussed first is the critical thinking and doing. Then next is creativity. Then collaboration. Then fourth is cross-cultural understanding. Fifth, communication. Sixth, computing ICT literacy. And seventh is the career and learning self-reliance. So you may screenshot this slide so that you will have a copy, because later on you will use this chart for your next activity. Now, again, I want you to answer this following question in your career journal or in your career guidance journal. So number 1, what are the 5 global trends that affect the global workforce? Okay. So, nabanggit na natin yan kanina. How can knowing them help you as a grade 12 student? Okay. Number 2, how will lifelong learning help you in succeeding in life and career? Number 3, do you agree with Heraclitus when he said the only thing that is constant is change? Explain. Then the fourth question, how will you implement the 7 C's of lifelong learning skills in your life and career? Alright, so for your last activity, okay, in the reflection part, okay, so in your activity sheets, okay, look for the hierarchy of C's, okay. May kita nyo dyan, merong nakadrawing na triangle. Okay, so kung nakita nyo na yon, so gagamitin natin yan ngayon. So paano ba ang gagawin natin sa activity na ito, sa hierarchy of C's? Pag sinabi kasi nating hierarchy, ang pinapakita natin dito ay yung pagkakasunod-sunod. Okay, kung ano nga bang pinakamataas, ano ang susunod sa pinakamataas, ano yung pinakamababa. Okay, yun yung tinatawag natin na hierarchy. Okay, para siyang level. Okay. So, in this activity, you will create your hierarchy of C's by filling in the spaces of the pyramid. So, a while back, we already discussed what are these C's. Okay. So, ang gagawin lang natin ay isusulat natin, okay, sa triangle na ito kung ano yung pagkakasunod ng C natin with the appropriate lifelong skills. An assessment of oneself will enable you to reflect on the levels of your lifelong skills. Okay, so that you may highlight your advanced skill while working on the ones that need development. At the bottom, you will have to complete the sentence which would signify your commitment in maintaining, enhancing, and improving your skills. Okay, so if you have any question about this activity, you may ask your advisor or you may just contact me, okay, through Messenger. If you have any question, again, I want you to type your questions in our messenger, in our group chat in Messenger. Alright, this ends my presentation. Thank you very much for listening. Again, I am Edward Hayes Dayag, your Career Guidance Program Coordinator. Thank you very much.